With conditions close to those expected for Saturday, it was qualifying simulation time in FP2. And out of the low-fuel soft-shod runners, it was the oldest driver on the grid who was setting the pace. Having looked quick every time he's put rubber to tarmac in Bahrain, 41-year-old Fernando Alonso laid down the fastest time of the evening with a 1 minute 30.907. There was a hairy moment for Oscar Piastri early doors, the Australian going wheel-to-wheel with the AlphaTauri of Yuki Tsunoda along the straight and seeming not to notice Lance Stroll's Aston Martin emerging from the pit lane. The rookie slammed on the brakes and swerved to avoid the Canadian, thankfully with no harm done. He then suffered a huge lock-up at the same place a couple of laps later.
Oscar, is everything okay?
Yeah, the flat spot was too bad.
McLaren teammate Lando Norris had to have his wits about him in the pit lane when AlphaTauri released Nick De Vries.
Yeah, I almost just crashed in the pit lane.
Yeah, we will get in touch about that.
He just went straight in front of me.
Sergio Perez was another to lock up, forced to brake quickly at turn 8, his Red Bull getting very close to the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz. The Mexican was also having a few issues with his settings.
We need to be on it, man. We cannot have these issues.
A week ago, teammate Max Verstappen was rather comfortable as he pushed the RB19 around the Bahrain International Circuit, looking very much the man to beat. However, this session, he struggled with the balance.
I also feel like the car is just jumping around a lot more.
Those issues, however, were soon rectified, and the team duly clocked the second and third best times. Lance Stroll seemed to be struggling physically after his recent injuries, the Canadian still recovering after surgery on his wrists.
Lance, we need to compromise 1 and have a better line in 2. So compromise turn 1 to 2.
The hands.
Yeah, copy that.
So Alonso quickest, some 17 hundredths faster than Verstappen in P2, and he was followed by Perez and Charles Leclerc. Haas and Nico Hülkenberg will be very pleased with their P5 finish. Stroll was 6th, ahead of Pierre Gasly, Lewis Hamilton, Norris and Zhou Guanyu. Esteban Ocon was P11, then came Valtteri Bottas, George Russell, Sainz, Piastri and Kevin Magnussen. Alex Albon P17 with Tsunoda, De Vries and Logan Sargent completing the order.